Hey, what's going on YouTube? I hope everyone has been doing well. My name is Jamal. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be discussing a topic that I've been kind of thinking about here for a while. Now, if you've seen any of my other previous videos, you know that I'm a real avid mountain biker. It's something I got into during the pandemic, something that I've started to take more seriously, and something that I really enjoy doing. I just find that it's a great way to connect with nature. It's a great way to hang out with your friends. It gives you an excuse to go out, hang out with your friends on a ride. It's a great form of cardio. And overall, I really enjoy it. And so with that, I've been starting to get more serious about the maintenance and the upkeep on my bike. Behind me is my Trek Roscoe 9. That's actually a new bike to the channel. I haven't talked about it much yet, but it's something I recently picked up. And I just want to start taking my maintenance and my repairs a little bit more seriously. I want to learn how to do these things. You know, I've always been somebody that kind of wrenches on my own cars. I do my own oil changes. I do my own brake jobs. I even change the cylinder heads on my Corvette myself. So if you're someone that kind of enjoys doing these little maintenance items and stuff like that on your vehicles, then bike repairs is something that you probably also enjoy. And so, you know, I've done little things like change the pedals out, change the grips out, change a handlebar out. But I want to get a bit more serious with maintenance things, and who knows, maybe even build a bike from the ground up one day. I think that'd be really fun. So with that, I started to look for a bike repair stand. Now, there's definitely some great options on Amazon for some cheaper stands, like I think CXK. There's one of those other brands that makes a bike repair stand around $75. But then I started to look around and I really started to wonder how much a Park Tool repair stand would cost. If you guys know Park Tool, it's like that iconic blue tool brand for bikes. And it's something that looks really cool and something that every kind of bike mechanic wants to have in their shop. There's definitely some great options out there, and so I started to look around and I saw that Park Tool's cheapest bike stand, like home mechanic stand, was the PCS 9.3, which is like their Series 9, kind of like their entry-level one. That one was around $200 on Amazon, and initially I thought $200 is way too much to spend on a bike repair stand, but like I said, I kind of want to have my first Park Tool item in my garage, and I thought if there's one thing I'm gonna get, a bike repair stand probably would be the best thing to get, in my opinion. And so I looked at the 9.3, and I was gonna go with that one, but then I realized that they make a Series 10, which is a PCS 10.3, which is just $50 more, and it has a little bit of a nicer clamp with some quick releases, and uses some quick releases on the stand as well. And so the 10.3 really piqued my interest, and I thought that would be the perfect stand for me. But again, $255 was pretty steep for me. And so I was almost dead set on buying the 9.3. And then I went to Jensen USA. No, I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I went to Jensen USA and they had the same PCS 10.3 Park Tool stand for $255, which is the same price as Amazon. But then I realized that there's a 20% off coupon on Jensen, which I think the code is SAVE20. I'll leave that down in the description. I'll actually leave the PCS 9.3 and the 10.3 links down in the description. But if you go to Jensen USA and you buy from them, I guess if you're in the USA, and you use the code SAVE20, it gives you 20% off. So it made that 10.3 stand that's, you know, on Amazon for $254. It made that basically $50 off, and it made it just above $200. And so I was already going to spend $200 on the 9.3, so I was able to get the 10.3 instead for basically the same price. Jensen also carries a 9.3, so you could take 20% off of that one too. And that makes it like $160, which honestly is a really good deal for that stand. There's other stands I looked into as well. One is called Feedback Sports. They make a bunch of really good stands, but those ones were, I think one of the ones I was looking at was like $350. Their cheapest one's about $220. And in my opinion, the Park Tool one was a little bit nicer. And again, it's Park Tool. So with that being said, here is the stand, PCS 10.3 Park Tool stand. And so today I figured I'd unbox this thing on camera, make a video out of it, and kind of throw the bike on it and see what it can do. So let's rearrange the camera and open this thing up. All right, so let's get this thing opened up. Ooh, little PCS 10.3 there. Here's a little tray that goes on there for some tools. And then I would assume in here, yep, that's the actual mount for the bike. Okay. Mount, tool tray, hardware, here's the stand, and then the base is in here. Now this stand can hold up to 80 pounds, and that's the same with a 9.3. So the 9.3 and the 10.3 should be able to hold really any bike. I think most e-bikes will work as well. I think they're mostly under 80 pounds. So as long as it's over center, obviously. So very nice. All right, that's all the stuff unboxed. And let's go ahead and put it together. And then that's how that goes. This bolts in here. Make sure the arrow points up. And this piece comes down, locks in. This piece goes in here, and I believe this piece is kind of like lock it in, and then one of these. Goes through that end, and then we'll put another one on here, another washer, and then a screw. Boom. Well, maybe you guys can see this one a bit better, but basically, pretty simple. Washer. This piece sits in between. So I'll put this here. Goes through there. This piece here. Another washer. And then put the nut on it. Boom. That's done. Those are tight. So I gotta pull this one off, which is all greasy. This one off here. This one here. And then this will go in here. like that. And then this will go on this side. And then this goes on like this. This nice and tight. Boom. That's tight in there. And then we can put this on to this. All right, so now we kind of got the base assembled. The last step to do is to take the arm here, pull this piece off, and then this piece here goes onto this end here. Just like that. It will go down only a certain amount so it locks in, and then we'll tighten this piece here. Flip this around. This is an 8mm nut here, and we'll tighten that down. Boom. That's good. And then we have our two quick release levers here. These are going to be used, one for the tool tray and then one to adjust the height of the stand. This just goes here. Let me turn this so you guys can kind of see what's going on over here. We got to insert our tool tray. Forgot about that. All right, so this tool tray just goes on like this. Come on. Boom. And then this goes in here. Tighten this up a bit. Boom. There we go. And then this, same thing with this. We're going to use the same mechanism here. This one will go on a bit tighter. And this a little bit looser. Boom, locks the tool tray into place. Nice. All right, so let's zoom out and see the whole thing in action. Snap that thing down. All right, and then loosen this up from back here to turn the stand there, and then tighten it up from back here by twisting this. Boom, that won't move now. This also, yeah, unclicks, and then you can screw that in tight and then snap that in like that as a quick release mechanism. The 9.3 just has a screw in. It doesn't actually have that quick release right there. So let's grab the bike and mount it and see how it does. Off of the study rack, bring it over here. Have to hit the stand. All right, so now one thing I do know when it comes to putting bikes on repair stands, aluminum bikes like this one, you can clamp from the top tube and the frame, but if it's a carbon bike, you do not want to clamp it from the frame because you could damage it. So on a carbon bike, you'd clamp it from like the seat post, and so for this one, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to clamp it from the seat post. So here we go. So I'll actually flip it around here, show you guys. You wanted to in here. Like that. Probably shouldn't be lifting the bike here with my left arm because of my shoulder, but it's all good. Boom. There she is. And then you can kind of pedal it, shift to the gears. There it is. Sweet. There is the bike repair stand. Now, you should also be able to rotate the head in service. Like say you wanted to get underneath the bottom tube. You just turn this back here, and then you can rotate the bike like that, and then tighten it back up. Tighten it back up like that. And you could get down here and do whatever you wanted over here. Also, you should be able to go even higher on this if you wanted to. One thing you have to be wary of though is when you're no longer under center, like this, you're kind of leaning at one side. You have to be careful with heavier bikes because you're no longer over center, so the way it's supporting the weight of the bike can be a bit different. So anyways, there's that. A little bit of a demonstration. And we'll put this back like that. They also make little attachments to keep your handlebars straight. Like if you're servicing the fork or something, or if you're working on the cockpit and you don't want it to be moving around like this, you can keep it straight while you work on the brakes or whatever. But yeah, there it is, guys. My Trek Roscoe 9 on my Park Tool PCS 10.3 stand. I think that's gonna go ahead and conclude this video. Definitely leave all your questions down below. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see or know on this stand, and I can demonstrate it in maybe another video. If you guys are interested in this Trek Roscoe 9 I just bought, I can make a video going over that too. But anyways, I'm going to leave links to both the PCS 9.3 and the PCS 10.3 stand in the description, both for Jensen and for Amazon, if you guys like Amazon better. The Jensen code, again, is SAVE20. I'll also leave that in the description. It gives you 20% off. It makes this PCS 10.3 $200 instead of $250, and it makes the 9.3 $160 instead of $200, which might make it a bit more appealing for you guys that want to check it out. So there it is, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.